have to recognize that Meta is the leader because it showed you that you can cut out $7 billion, make $7 billion if you fire some people. Okta fired people. Actually, every company that has fired people, this is rather amazing. The Nasdaq, almost every single major tech company that's fired people, their stock's higher.
Bank is on its way to do the restructuring that they've been talking about. They have 2-3 great crown jewels in the business: the private wealth management, particularly in the Middle East and Asia, the domestic banking, their asset management business. All these are stable, long-term, consistent businesses. They're working on shedding the other, more volatile businesses, and we remain very optimistic on them executing the plan. And if they execute the plan, the bank is a very sound. It's a 150-year-old brand. It's a great franchise.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But, of course, you have to do your own research. But, guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks up. The eyes of March is over. And of course, we're moving back up. We can clearly see the indicators why. But if you watched my video yesterday, guys, you know, this whole banking situation is nothing but a distraction. We know these banks are fine. Because we know these banks are the biggest what? I'm going to let you finish that. But you guys know I say it, they repeat it, or they write about it. And the Saudi representative stated they're over 150 years old. Actually, it's over a 160-year-old bank. And guys, we had Jim Cramer talk about tech companies laying off and their stocks going up. And he stated they needed more layoffs. It's unbelievable what he's able to say and get away with. But guys, we know the masses are asleep. And by the time they wake up, the 4th industrial revolution will be here. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take over the economy, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep are going inside the metaverse. Now, guys, don't forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates tank because of Europe, and as we see, stocks and cryptos are benefiting. We have the dollar slightly down. We have volume. We have Tether. And guys, Tether is back in the media. We have Russia uses Tether to send money to the West, evading sanctions. So we know that Tether and Binance movie is right around the corner, guys. And we have USDC says it's cleared up the backlog. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo still over $2 trillion, and we know the central banks are moving in lockstep, raising rates and running off this balance sheet, so therefore they can destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. And we had the ECB raise 50 basis points, and we know the Fed, Jerome Powell, is going to raise 25. And they know this economy cannot handle any more rate hikes, but they want to destroy the legacy market, but they're putting backstops in place because they know things are going to break. And that's what SVB was all about. They needed to bring in a backstop. They have another repo line for liquidity for Europe. So guys, these banks are fine. They're going to make sure the banks make it. Remember, they're trying to land us in the fourth industrial revolution. And we know Janet Yellen and Gary Gensler are the chess pieces for the NWO in order to get us over to this digital transformation. Now we have Janet Yellen in front of Congress today. I'm going to bring you a few clips in the second video. And we know they're stalling on the debt ceiling for a reason. We know they're going to come up with a resolution, but remember the amount of cuts they're going to have to do, and that's going to shrink even more liquidity into the market. That's the reason why the Fed is making moves, guys. Remember, they're always a step ahead. This is all about Freemasonry, guys. Sometimes you have to take one step back in order to go 2 steps forward. But at the end of the day, you're always building. And then, guys, we have Fed now to launch in July. And we also know ISO is this month. And we know both are going to take a couple years to be implemented. So, guys, we're looking at 2025 for them to flip the switch on the digital economy. But we know the emerging markets are going to flip the switch in 2024. And that's the reason why by the end of this year, guys, we're going to hear the drums are beating. But remember, this time is not going to be physical. It's going to be cyber. Everything is going to be planned as usual. But because of tech, guys, they'll be able to step it up. Remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have Grayscale sending about $21 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news. And, guys, we have the other chess piece. We have Gary Gensler says proof of stake can be a security. And we know when it comes to crypto, we're going to have another main event that's going to slowly wipe out 99% of these cryptos. Now we have Coinbase expects high demand for ETH unstaking with Shanghai upgrade. And guys, do you think Gary Gensler made those comments just by chance? Remember, the NWO always plays the Hegelian dialectic to make you indecisive. But remember I stated, guys, with staking is all about timing. Now we have Alliance Block partners with ABO Digital for tokenized structured products. And guys, we see TradeFi merging with DeFi, and we see the traditional banking with crypto. That's what got us in trouble in the first place. But remember, guys, this was all planned a long time ago. And that's the reason why you see the big banks and big corporations funding crypto from the beginning. They already knew they were going to blame crypto for all these events. But those who are in crypto clearly see it's the traditional finance that's causing all of these problems. But we know mainstream media is always going to win because they have the louder voice when it comes to the masses. The masses are asleep. They don't understand. And even if you are asleep, but you understand finances, you know all these troubles came from the traditional sector. Now, guys, we have Arbitrum to airdrop their new token. Also, we have the European Parliament votes to form final law on EU digital wallet. And when it comes to regulation for crypto, guys, we definitely see them moving fast forward. And speaking of the digital transformation, we have OpenAI co-founder World ID Project launches. And when it comes to these digital wallets, guys, you're going to have biometrics already internally embedded. And we know all this technology, scanning the retina, and then also being able to identify yourself without giving up your personal information. And guys, we see while the masses are asleep, the NWO is building. Now we have Casper exec says that tokenized mortgages can prevent another housing bubble crisis. And guys, you know I've done plenty of videos on tokenized real estate. We know smart contracts and tokenization will change real estate forever. And then lastly, we have BlackRock Larry Fink says that tokenization of asset classes could drive efficiencies in capital markets. And guys, we know that's exactly what the NWO want. Tokenize everything and put it on blockchain. And guys, those who've been with me from the beginning know I've done plenty of videos on Ray Kurzweil saying this a long time ago. And now, guys, we're seeing it play out. That's the reason why I tell you, get in the lab, because you do not want to be on the wrong side of history. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.